Okay, we live, man. Let's see you gonna come up in here. Let me. I gotta share that I'm on live too, man, on Instagram, man. The phone lines is open. I'm gonna wait for some of y'all to get up in here first. But peace to everybody that's coming in. Supposed to have me going to work, but they was like, you don't have to come in. I said, all right. As much as I need my hours, I said, fuck it. Anyway, we wait for some of y'all to come in here. We gonna get this thing going, started, get it cracking. I'm sure my shit is public, right? Yeah, it is. It's public. All right, starting to see some of y'all come in here. All right, peace to everybody. Please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you share that I'm on. My phone lines is definitely open today. So if y'all want to call in, I definitely want to hear y'all thoughts. So what's good? Vidal Robertson was good, family. The phone lines is open as you see scrolling down there. So if anybody have any thoughts, please call in. And I'm gonna be honest, I might need some of y'all to do a test call real quick. So if anybody, just one of y'all or whatever, could do a test call real quick, 515-6057. I mean 9717. Somebody do a test call for me. I appreciate that. But now before we even go into the video that y'all already saw, I just seen this with Ray J, and this came out I think a couple of days ago. But let me just show it to y'all real quick. Oh shit, I forgot. Hold on. Forgot I exited out. Give me 1 second, y'all. I forgot I exited out that window. Give me one momento. But he's out here talking about that there's going to be more celebrities that may be exposed. Which Omicron caused the death revealed to be overdose from a mix of fentanyl and several other toxic drugs. Wow, that was 18 minutes ago. Wow. Okay. Well, we should have known that, and that's a whole nother thing, man. With Rich Homie Quan, man. So we should have known that. Um, have y'all seen the video of how they had Rich Homie Quan's hands positioned while he was laying in the casket? I don't know, but people saying like, why would they position his hands like that? I don't know either. But let me just share that I'm on, please. Just give me 1 second, please. Please work with me. All right. I know we all got ADHD and we expecting monkeys to be flipping, and I know we got to be entertained. Just give me one momento. All right, minuto. All right. But it's over for Diddy, man. It's over for Diddy. It's really over. There's nothing that he can do to get out of jail right now. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing. That bail package is trash. They don't care about your assets, bro. They don't care about your assets. They know that you could drop that shit at a drop of a dime and at the drop of a hat, because you are pretty much, he still got money. We still got to understand that man still got money. So at the end of the day, they know he could just drop that and just move the fuck on and leave the country. Hold on, I'm still trying to share that I'm on. Give me 1 second, everybody, please. All right, here we go, goddammit. And I am buying a new computer. Well, desktop, I already got the monitor, so I'll be ordering that shit. So everything will be way better. I'm ordering this shit Thursday because it's time. Or I gotta get the fan fixed, but in this town there ain't no damn computer store. So I'm just gonna order. I'm live on a computer right now. That's crazy. Live now. That's crazy. Got me writing what I'm talking about right now. Link in bio. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm definitely buying a new computer for sure. I'm tired of this shit. And let me ask y'all a question. I can't see the screen. I've been having HP for years, right? I paid damn near $800 for this damn computer, right? Should I get a Dell computer or HP? Apple's too rich for my blood right now. I'll get that. I seen one for like 187, like the desktop without the actual hard drive. It just have the monitor, but it has the the stuff inside the monitor. It got too many bad reviews, so I can't. I'm not gonna waste my money on that. All right. So what you guys should get a HP or a Dell? Let me look in the chat now. I already shared that I'm on right now. Let me look at the chat real quick. A Dell, HP works for you. HP. All right, I mean, they'll always been good though. Everybody, do me a favor, man. Make sure y'all share that I'm on, man. Y'all do me a solid, man. Share. Come on now, y'all can share. Just share it. Goddamn, it ain't gonna hurt you. But anyway, let's go to Ray J for a second. I'm seeing a lot of HPs. There was that shit back in the days, man. That was like the most high expensive computer ever at one point for a minute, for like damn near 10 years. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up again. Here we goes. Hold on. Everybody do me a favor. Please share that I'm on. All right? Shit. And hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Oh, right here. Lord have mercy. I got so many fucking windows up. Boom. Come on, biatch. Here we go. See how much I gotta go through just to share the damn screen? Come on, family.
Angelica, Wandu. Thank you both.
I'm sorry, I got to make this. The founder of Shade Room, all of these big, you know, they not ran by us, man. Angelica Nwadu, you know she from the motherland. Now, I mean, no hate, no shade. It's all good, sister. But you know what I mean? Just know that the Shade Room always just project just negative things that goes on in Black American society. Not once do they show anything other than that.
For being here. Ray J, I want to start with you. I mean, you heard that was a lawyer for one of the alleged victims here saying that she has seen the tape and the stills and it was a porn. Who do you think you could be, Ray J?
Well, I've been around long enough to know that, when there's smoke, you'll always find fire. And I think that, with the market in our world being so cornered and you have this crew of people at the top who make all the decisions, I think, it's like a house of cards. When one falls, the whole deck comes down. And so I think that we'll be seeing a lot of this. I think we'll be seeing a lot of celebrities, we'll be seeing a lot of people in power either step down or be exposed. And I think that's just where we are in this game. I think a lot of people have a very long success story at times, and then sometimes that fall is harder. I mean, you can't kick everybody down. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. And so the question is, what do we do now? How do we save the new future? How do we save our future entrepreneurs? What are the roadmaps that we need to put together to not have this happen moving forward?
Yeah. It's interesting, Angelica. Well, the one thing that I was stuck on from that interview with the lawyer was when she said that it was someone more high profile than Diddy. And I'm thinking, like, that's not that many people, Angelica. I mean, like, what do you make of it?
I mean, I think that Diddy has a lot of powerful friends. We've seen his parties. We know that everybody goes. It was the hottest thing for the last 20 years, 20, 30 years. So he does know a lot of people between politicians and people in the music industry, and the entertainment industry in general. So I think that it's very plausible. There are tapes that people like myself in media have heard about. I haven't heard of any tapes that had any A-listers bigger than Diddy in them, but I know that there are people in the industry involved in some of these tapes. So I mean, it's very plausible.
You are Ray J and founder of the Shade.
I'm gonna find that full clip. That I think that's what I'll do. But let me tell y'all the crazy shit. Right now, the video, the actual lawyer that they talking about. Check this out. The lady named the one that went viral on News Nation. I actually did an interview with her that same night before the next day. All right. The same day she did the interview with News Nation that went viral the following day. That same day around 6 o'clock, me and her was already in contact talking. She already did the news with the interview with News Nation. I was already at work. I get off around 12 a.m. I literally got off a little bit early. I got, yeah. No, I got off at 10 o'clock. I'm sorry. I got off 10 o'clock that night. Me and her was doing the interview around 12:30 a.m. So the next day when that shit went viral, me and her interview would have been out. But see, the audio was fucked up. So we rescheduled. But her name is Ariel Mitchell Kidd. That's the person who talked about she's seen stills and still shots, and there's another high profile lawyer. Me and her's already in contact, but I had to. I'm glad it didn't happen because she's no longer representing um Adria English. She has another accuser, a white girl that may come out. I don't know if it's okay to say that, but and I damn when I say her name, but I would have had the same thing that went viral. I would have had that interview that same day. In extras, I still got my notes what I was going to ask her, but the audio wasn't good. However, we suppose I did the interview. What's today? Sunday night at 10 o'clock. I don't know if she's watching, maybe not. I don't think so, but I had to choose. It was crazy because in between her, shit, I don't even think I can even speak upon that. I just had to choose sides. I had to choose sides between the both of them, and I choose Adria English. I just put it that way. I'm not going to go to the intricate details, but it was kind of catty, like for real. So she no longer represents her anymore. So that's not her lawyer. So I was forced to choose sides, and unfortunately, because me and her would have did an interview, it would have been out, and I'm pretty sure that interview would have went viral as well. I'm pretty sure of that. But at the end of the day, some other things is in the works, man. So believe me, some other things is definitely, yeah. And actually tonight we doing a pre-recording. She got a new representation, a new team. So she's gonna be focused, not wilding all over the place. So, but anyway, but that's gonna be exclusive. So some exclusive stuff is really coming. All right. So let me just get that out the way. If anybody want to call and have any thoughts, man, somebody call that number right there. Let's do a test call. Recipes to Dikembe Mutombo, John Amos and Pete Rose. Yeah, Pete Rose passed. Dikembe Mutombo passed away. John Amos passed away. Damn, I didn't know that. Rest in peace, man. That's crazy. Anyway, let's get. Well, I had some shit pulled up about Ray J too. But anyway, let's play the conference. Do y'all want to hear the conference? Right, press 1 about the conference. All right, I'm about to play that shit right now because it's definitely imperative, and I want everybody's thoughts. So everybody call that number so we all can engage in conversations how we used to do. You know what I mean? So we used to have my live popping with a lot of people calling. You know what I'm saying? So some of y'all might be at work. I'm not sure. Some of y'all maybe sucking dick. I don't know what y'all doing. But if y'all want to call in, some of y'all make sure y'all call that number that's right there on the screen. Let me share my goddamn screen right now. Look, and I'm already fucking freezing and shit like that, man. But I can't wait till I get my new computer. Because this shit got to stop. All right, let's get it, man. We're gonna bring it back a little bit. And again, call that number so we can have this conversation, y'all. All right, hold on. I can't play the audio of ads, man. YouTube be on that fuck shit. All right, let's get it. Shut up.
And you should know, to the extent the clients feel comfortable, we also intend to make these individuals available to the authorities, specifically to the FBI. And you should also know a few of them have already been spoken to by the FBI. Now, before we discuss the nature of the claims and claimants themselves, Let me comment on the large volume of calls we have received since our first announcement. Even before the indictment of Sean Combs, we had received a small volume of calls and had screened a handful of cases. After the indictment of Sean Combs and the announcement that we were pursuing these claims, the floodgates opened. People who wouldn't otherwise, for a variety of reasons, are now stepping forward to make their voices heard and to pursue justice. But no, most of these people are scared. They fear backlash in their communities. They fear backlash in their own families. They are afraid of retaliation from the perpetrators and their associates. They are rightly afraid for their own personal safety. I expect that through this process, many powerful people will be exposed. Many dirty secrets will be revealed. We know what we are potentially up against. And as is always the case in situations like this, when a celebrity is involved, people can be downright mean and nasty. You would be shocked at the length fans will go, no matter the evidence to the contrary, to defend celebrities they love. I mean, there's a reason for this word fans. They're fanatics. I've personally already been threatened multiple times on social media. And when I agreed to pursue this, I expected as much. This isn't my first rodeo. But victims who step forward to have their voices heard should not be subjected to that kind of conduct. They should not be targeted. I want to say this, and I want to be clear about it. Although we are vetting each call as stringently as we can, I always start with a mindset that I believe victims. I believe victims because I understand the tremendous courage it takes to step forward. So if you're watching this, please hear me. If you're out there and you have been victimized, you are not alone. There is a great strength in numbers. You can seek redress. You can obtain justice. We can help you, and we will help you. That being said, as stated, we are vetting every call that we receive. We have had to turn away some. For each, we ask for corroboration. For each, we ask for the identity of witnesses. We also have collected pictures, videos, texts. We check venues, we check dates. We want to corroborate that the claims being made have legitimacy and merit. We have on staff now a former detective from the Major Offenders Unit of Houston Police Department who is helping us vet each claim. We're using our common sense. We're being stringent because, as I said, these are not easy cases. They're very tough. The process is hard, and in some cases, the process is very lengthy. These cases are hard to prove. Many times, it's the victim's word against the alleged perpetrator. Each of these victims will no doubt be publicly attacked by the alleged perpetrators, and in some cases, the general public. The feckless and cowardly keyboard warriors love to attack.
Keyboard.
We know what we're up against. We did not enter this fray blindly. I wish it was my last such fray. I wish this type of behavior wasn't so pervasive. But it is what it is, so we will press on. As I said, our law firms have been retained by 120 individuals at this point to pursue cases in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs. You should know, in this group, it is evenly divided between males and females. There are 60 males and 60 females who have joined us to pursue these claims as plaintiffs.
Son,
in this group,
I ain't gonna be doing too much interjecting, but 60-something males, you've been taking niggas peanut butter, you've been sedating and raping dudes. 60? 60. That's a bad motherfucker, man. That's a nasty motherfucker right there, man.
62% identify as African American, 30% are white,
Excuse me.
and the remainder are Hispanic or Asian. The victims are from more than 25 states. The majority are from California, New York, Georgia, and Florida. I don't want to focus on the ages of these victims. When you talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred, it's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old.
Crazy, son.
We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15.
Yeah, now hold on, man. So when he when he's talking about 9 years old, let me ask y'all, because I already did a reaction video when they was actually doing this live. And y'all can check that out. I got more commentary to that. But let me just ask y'all real quick before we get back. You said the 9-year-old and 15-year-old. Is he talking about Usher and Justin Bieber? Because if I'm not mistaken, Usher was around him at the age of 9 years old, 10 years old. So can they be referring to him being there at 9 years old? I don't know. Can it be referring to Justin Bieber being there around 15 years old? Because I think he was like 15 or 14, 15 or 16. That's crazy. So I'm just guessing, could he be referring to Usher and Justin Bieber? Just my thoughts there. And that's crazy because if that's the case, in closing, they will have to be subpoenaed to go to court. I'll bring it back.
Focus on the ages of these victims. When we talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred, it's shocking.
Oh,
Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of. The time frame of the acts complained of is very wide. The conduct at issue spans from the years 1991 all the way till this year, 2024. If you wonder why there are so many alleged victims, that's your answer. We're talking about more than 25 years of this type of conduct. Now, although most of the victims who have stepped forward were victimized after 2015, this has been going on for a very long time. Now, when you think about the fact that some of this conduct occurred 25 years ago, and you wonder why would it take somebody so long to step forward, I want to remind you that many states in the United States have recognized that it's very difficult for a victim to step forward and to make these types of allegations when something very terrible has happened to them. I'll use New York, the state of New York, as an example. The state of New York has specific statutes in place that revive claims that are even claims that would typically be not able to be brought, that it revives such claims and they can be brought even 25 to 30 years later. Because there's a recognition there in New York and California and other states that it's very difficult for a victim to come forward. And I would respectfully suggest the only reason many of these people are coming forward because they see other victims coming forward. And it gives them some comfort that, hey, I won't be the only one. And I expect more victims will come forward. You know, there's an old saying that says, a lie has great speed, but truth has endurance. The acts complained of in these cases that we're going to file occurred primarily in New York, either Manhattan or the Hamptons, or occurred in California, primarily in Los Angeles, or in Florida, primarily in Miami. Most of these events and incidents occurred at parties, typically after parties, or album release parties, New Year's Eve parties, 4th of July parties, something they called a puppy party, the all-white party, although several of these events occurred at auditions. Many times, especially young people wanting to break into the industry, were coerced into this type of conduct in the promise of being made a star or in the promise of having Sean Combs listen to their tape or even let them read for Sean Combs. You should know that some of this behavior occurred at well-known venues in New York City. Some of this behavior occurred at private residences of people that we all know. Some of this behavior occurred at hotels that we're all familiar with. You should know that more than 55% of the victims filed reported this conduct to either the authorities, that is the police, or to hospitals. We're in the process of collecting with our team assistants medical records reports that were made to the authorities, and I've already said that some of the individuals in this group did in fact talk to the FBI. You should know that several of the individuals, and when I say several, I mean many, who did in fact seek medical treatment were drug tested, and drugs were found in their system, weird drugs that you probably never heard of. One in particular that continues to pop up is a drug called xylazine, or trank, which based on our research is known as a horse tranquilizer. Now, there's been a lot of reports that we're filing a class action. This is not a class action. Class action is when one or two people file a case on behalf of a group of people. That's not this. These cases will be individual cases. Each case will live and die on its own merit. These cases will be filed individually, one plaintiff against whoever the defendants were involved in the case. Each case may be filed in one venue like California, another case may be filed in New York. One case may sue just Sean Combs, but multiple other people. One case may sue a range of people. I would expect most, though, to be filed, as I said, thinking or hoping or perhaps believing that I may start naming names. Well, that day will come, but it won't be today. The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you. These are individual cases. There are indeed other perpetrators involved. They will be revealed when that particular individual case is ready to be filed. They already know who they are. And I'm talking here about not just the cowardly but complicit bystanders. That is, those people that we know watched this behavior occur and did nothing.
Javier.
I'm talking about the people that participated,
Mary J.
encouraged it, egged it on.
Neo.
They know who they are.
LeBron James.
I call them the facilitators of foul play.
Yeah, KK.
Willing participants in vile conduct. As we identify them, each will be part of this case as defendants. These defendants will not only include individuals, but would also include corporate entities who ultimately profited off of this culture and behavior. I'm looking at banks, pharmaceutical companies, hotels. We know.
Pharmaceuticals, you're not winning. Big Pharma, you know damn well you can't come after no pharma.
That many of these individuals were paid cash. We know that many of these individuals involved, whether they were the ones being assaulted and abused or they're witnessing other people being assaulted and abused and then paid and threatened and told to leave. Typically paid 10 grand in cash and told to leave. And then threatened as they were leaving. So in addition to Sean Combs, you should know the defendants in these cases we're going to file will include anyone, of course, who engaged in the assault or exploitation, anyone who participated in such in any way, anyone who encouraged or facilitated this conduct,
Yep, J-Lo,
anyone who was in the room and watched it happen but made no effort to stop it, any venue or venue owner who was aware of what was going on but failed to stop it, any individual or entity who knew about the conduct and benefited from it but did nothing to report it or stop it, and any individual or entity who covered it up or helped cover it up. These people who know who they are should just come forward now. I would imagine, as we speak here, there are a myriad of people who are very nervous. You can't hide skeletons in the closet forever. I would expect there are many people out there right now who are desperately searching their memories as they delete their texts and data. Now, although these are, in fact, individual cases, there is a common theme, an MO, if you will. Typically, the victim is lured into a situation where he or she is given a drink. Typically, that drink, reported by these victims, is apparently laced with something. Once that drink takes effect, the perpetrators perform all kinds of sexual acts on the victims, many times passing him or her around as other people watch and enjoy the show, and then leave the victim ashamed, confused, injured, and wondering what happened. When the victim reaches out, he or she is told not to say anything. Sometimes there are threats of physical violence or financial repercussions or bodily harm.
So this is our Flippy 3. Flippy 3 is actually twice as fast. We've essentially...
Once I give over $1,000-something, I'm going to invest in that Flippy. So y'all better jump on that shit, because we can't beat those machines. They already going to take over, but you might as well make some money while you at it. So once because the first amount, like to get a share is like $1,400, some shit like that. When I get it, I'm gonna put that shit right on there. But anyway, everybody put names in the goddamn chat who you feel who was watching, who facilitated, who was there, participated, and helped, and raped, and sucked, and sedated, and all them damn words. Put the names in the chat. And once this is over, y'all call that number that's on the fucking screen scrolling, and I want to hear y'all thoughts, goddammit.
The claims we intend to bring will include the following: violent sexual assault or rape, sexual abuse, facilitated sex
That nigga
with a
say,
controlled
yeah, yo.
substance, false imprisonment, compelling prostitution,
Not
sexual misconduct, dissemination of video recordings, false imprisonment, sexual abuse of minors. Given the large volume of cases, and given our other docket obligations, and given the fact that we want to be sure when we file these cases that they are fully vetted, I expect we'll start filing these cases against Sean Combs and other perpetrators within the next 30 days. Now, it's rare, sexual abuse, sexual exploitation, this type of activity is pervasive in our society, and it's rare we get a chance where we can really focus on this as a country, and really focus on this about how pervasive this is and what we as collectively can do about it. So I thought I'd take this opportunity before I go into some of the individual cases and talk about some of the individual claims being made, and so you'll get a sense of what this 120 people group looks like individually. I want to bring forward Carrie Paul. She's a national victim advocate who helps victims who have been victimized by this type of conduct. And she has some important words, and I hope you'll pay close attention.
Now, I'm pretty sure y'all seen this. I'm going to skim over this. But since somebody put Mark Curry name in there, I'm going to call Mark Curry right now. I haven't spoken to Mark Curry in a long time. So this is going to be, I hate to do that, put people on the spot. But if he don't want to talk, I'll just say we'll, schedule something. So I haven't called Mark Curry in a minute. But let me call Mark Curry. Let me see what he got. Hopefully he ain't fucking drunk. But hold on, I'm calling him right now. That's if he pick up now. That's if he pick up.
Yeah.
Mark Curry?
Yeah, who's calling?
This Mike Larry, man, from All Viral Access Meeting. Why you don't be locking my number in, man?
Huh?
Why you don't be saving my number, bro? Now what's going on?
What's going on with you?
Ain't shit. Now I have to warn you. I'm live. I'm live right now. So if you don't want to talk, that is fine. I won't. I'm not a grimy, slimy dude.
Yeah, I can't talk.
Can't talk.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. You think we can line something up in the future?
Couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks.
2-3 weeks.
Yep.
All right. Say less, brother. How about before I let you go? How's everything? On everything Gucci? How you been?
Going good, man. Everything going good. Now music. This is something that I do want you to do.
That.
And I'll send you some of the music. I want you to listen to my music, and I want you to listen to new stuff that I've done. And when you hear it, you're gonna be like, "This is what he told us. What he held back from y'all was such a talented individual that I have another stance next to a Kanye or a Biggie. I was a different individual. I was a DMX.
Nice,
I was somebody that he kept from me.
Now you definitely got bars. I ain't gonna hold you. Remember, you were sending me some music before too. Now you got some bars. Now, and I ain't trying to blow your head up. You definitely got some bars for sure. So you definitely talented. But
we can talk about that music all day.
But is there all right? So just publicly, what's going on right now with the press conference that just came out? So there's 100 new victims. 60 are men, 60 are women. Just what's your takes on that? You don't have to get into things that you already seen or whatever the case may be, but what's your overall thoughts about his situation, period?
He gotta pray. You know what I'm saying? Like, I prayed when I was stuck, I prayed. Whenever I'm confused, I pray. So he just gotta find that same strength within himself that he had to enable and help others to find in themselves to get through. So he's just doing what he thought was easy for others to do. Just pray. You can, look at me. I'm a living testimony that if you pray and you think and you believe, you can get through. See if he could do the same thing.
Is he guilty, or what do you think? Do you think he's guilty?
I can't say that. You know, I say that he's going to court and he's being judged right now, and he's being judged by he's just being judged. He's being judged in an eye that's as powerful as how he judges other people. So we just have to fall back and let everything take its place, bro. That's as much as I can say. I don't know if I should say that much, but that's as much as I think I can go into that right there.
All right, I ain't gonna put no more pressure on you, but I'll just say at the end of the day, I definitely appreciate music. All right, say less. We definitely gonna talk about it.
Once they listen to my music, they gonna understand it. Like, damn, this is shit we've been looking for. This is what we want. And they're going to be like, how long you been on this? I said, I've been on it ever since I started. And they're going to be like, damn, you're going to see a whole nother character.
Do you, do somebody ask in the chat, would you be addressing those certain situations? Because they're going to be looking for
mysteriously has something to do with this stuff. Like, it just always has something to do with how I felt. So all my songs, I just didn't write a song just to be writing. I always wrote a song to relieve myself. So, to express. So every song that I kind of like have is a form of expression, some form of way or another of what I went through in order to be here today.
All right. Well, look, I ain't gonna hold you up anymore because people, we got ADHD, so we got to keep it going and shit. Got to keep on tap dancing. But
That's right.
But you gotta keep tap dancing, goddamn it. But anyway, man, I appreciate you.
Too fast on your feet.
Yeah, man. So I appreciate you picking up the phone, man. We definitely gonna set something up and do another interview when it's time and all that. But everything that's happening, they are coming after certain people that was there and all types of shit. So I know a lot. I'm not saying you, so I'm not shooting a shot. I mean, taking a shot. But a lot of people that was around that seen that shit, as they say, they know who was there, man. So I just feel, whatever happens, man. But money is power, and power corrupts. Absolutely, that's not the right goddamn phrase, but quote. But goddamn it,
they say a man and his money soon with what?
You said
a man in his riches, or a man in his money, a fool in his riches, soon shall what?
Part, some shit like that.
Yeah, soon shall part.
Right. See? Shit, I knew something about it. But anyway, let me get off this phone, man. Yo, brother, I appreciate you. Thank you for picking up the phone, man. And I'm gonna holler at you soon, okay?
Yep.
All right, peace. Salute to Mark Curry. Cause we did some interviews that I didn't even put up. He said a lot of shit, man. And sometimes I feel like he was not green stuff, but the brown stuff. You know what I mean? But nah, that's my guy, man. Salute to him. But we're gonna keep it pushing. And everybody, please, that number that's scrolling, I need y'all to call that number, man. I need to know y'all thoughts. Y'all call that number, man. Let's continue though. I'm gonna skip though. We're gonna get to the allegations here. I mean, if do y'all want to listen to them, to the ladies? I didn't hear what this guy was saying. Let's listen to him. Listen, man. Let's listen to what this guy got to say. Shit, because what the girls are talking about is basically.
You want to know the key to fixing and flipping? Don't fix and flip.
Shut up.
Instead, be the.
And I want him to visit with us just a few moments about how that works and the kind of volume of calls we've received.
Okay, let's hear this one. I ain't hear this one.
Thank you, Tony. Like Tony said, my name is Andrew Ben Arsdale. I'm the managing partner of Baby A Law Group. We have offices in California, Montana, and North Carolina. To build off of what you just so well said, it's very hard to come forward. And given what we've experienced the past 10 days is really unprecedented in my career, at least. We represent thousands of survivors of abuse, and never, ever in a 10-day period have we seen over 3,000 people come forward, or we've confirmed
3,000?
and decided to investigate and represent 120 people, while we're continuing to work through another 100+ cases to prove them up, to validate what had happened here, and to hold those that are responsible accountable. And so like Tony said, we've set this up. It's 1-800-200-7474. I have a team of people standing by literally. If you know that this happened to someone and you have information about it, please contact us. If this happened to you, come forward. There's attorney-client privilege here. What you tell us is in confidence. Yes, we'll have to go out and build your case, but we will protect you. And the other thing that I want to say is the pattern and practice of this, again, is unprecedented. Over 30+ years of the same sort of events happening, people thrust into the circle reportedly, and horrible things happening to them as a result. And from talking to these people that have come forward these past 10 days, I can tell you unequivocally that because the federal government did what it needed to do and indicted this man, that they put him in jail and a judge kept him in jail, they tell me directly, this validates my feelings.
Why you talking like you talking to a damn psych patient, and you know what I mean, trying to be all sentimental? Just speak. Don't try to win us over with that soft shit. You understand what I'm saying? This is not a movie storyline. Just say it. Shut the fuck up.
For so long, I thought it was my fault.
Look at him.
What is it about me that put myself in that scenario? What was I wearing
Shut
at
up.
the time? What did I do to be subjected to such horrific treatment at these people that I was trying to trust? Well, we know now it was not your fault. You were victimized by a group of powerful people that operated for 30+ years, taking advantage of their wealth and the power that they held within the music industry. So again, thank you to every single person that has come forward and contacted our office over the past 10 days. If you or someone you know suffered the same sort of treatment, please contact us at the number behind me.
Shut up. Now, listen, you're not missing anything, so please excuse me if I skip this. You're like, come on, we're gonna get to the specifics right here. But let me say this real quick. I have to do this. I'm not taking up for Puffy, not whatsoever. I don't like Puffy. I don't wish jail on Puffy, but the things that he does require karma. I'm not a big fan of Puffy, never been. But look how much press, look how much they are using their justice system to bring down somebody that's black. I have to address that. We can't overlook that. Let's not overlook that when there's people that's higher up than Puffy, who has done the same thing for 50 plus years. Worse than that. You understand what I'm saying? That man was molded. He didn't come into the game like that. He was molded into this person that he became. But money does magnify who you really are. Drug enhances who you really are and may make you do things you wouldn't morally do if you're conscious or sober enough. But anyway, but you see the form of justice that they make sure justice be served. It only really be served when it's only when it's a real high profile black person. We cannot overlook that. This has been this way since the beginning of time, and I know this may sound familiar to y'all, but it's true. Dr. Umar said on the Art of Dialogue, which the guy of Chris Todd, I'm gonna play some of it. He just did an interview with Art of Dialogue, like he just put it up like 2 minutes ago, talking about the Kim Porter book, and he addresses the false allegations that the book is a lie. So we're gonna go to that literally right after this guy finished speaking. But he said something to the effect of how it started with Jack Johnson, the first black boxer, the Mann Act, the transportation, the interstate transportation for prostitution. All that started with Jack Johnson. So all of these laws always been created for the detriment of black folks. And when they push their justice, we are the face of them serving justice, man. We cannot overlook that. Puffy's guilty in his own way, but there's so many people that they protect. So let's not overlook that. We have to stay on code, but some people you got to throw to the wolves. Puffy is the one you throw to the wolves. I don't care. I don't care, but we do have to start protecting our own. Just know that system has always been against black people. Don't ever put your guards down on that. Let's not be absent-minded on that. We are still a target on all levels. Let's continue. Let's not forget that shit, man. Ever in life forget that.
Real quickly before we close here, about some specific instances without disclosing the victim's name. You probably know that depending on the age of the victim, you can file these cases, these individual cases, under Jane Doe or John Doe. Each state is different in that respect. Typically, there is a balancing test, like the public's right to know the name of the victim and plaintiff versus the confidentiality and the safety of the plaintiff. So we'll have to struggle with that with each one of these cases. Our intention, of course, is to, like we always do, file these cases under a pseudonym until the court tells us otherwise. But let me share with you a few, just kind of give you a sense of the kind of cases and the kind of instances that people are calling and reporting that we are trying to corroborate, vet, and these are the ones that we've already corroborated, vetted, and collected evidence on. One individual who was 22 years at the time she was assaulted said that the typical MO at one of these parties that have been widely discussed in the press was that when you were handed a drink, and now we know that the drink is laced with something, if you refused to drink it, you were kicked out of the party. Now let that sink in for a minute. I mean, the admission to this party was that you had to drink the chosen drink that was handed to you, and now we know that in most cases, I would say 90% of the cases, these individuals were drugged with some sort of drug. That was kind of the MO. Another instance, this individual who was 9 years old at the time was taken to a audition in New York City with Bad Boy Records. Other boys were there to audition as well. All of them were trying to land a record deal. All of them were minors. This individual was sexually abused, allegedly by Sean Combs and several other people at the studio in the promise to both his parents and to him himself of getting a record deal. Another instance, another minor told allegedly by Sean Combs that he would make him a star, but He needed to visit with him in private about it, away from his parents. Once they were in a private area, allegedly Mr. Combs made the victim perform oral sex upon him. Another incident, an individual 15 years old at the time, flown to New York City to attend a party, was drugged, and then taken into a private room.
Wait. 15 flew out? When you need an adult to even get on a plane? Did he just say what I heard he said? I know I heard it, but I just want to hear it again.
At the time, flown to New York City to attend a party, was drugged, and then taken into a private room, allegedly in the presence of Mr. Combs, where this female individual, minor, was raped, and then other individuals took turns raping her. Another individual, 26 at the time of the occurrence, was picked up allegedly by Mr. Combs and several other people in a black SUV from the airport, was given one drink in the SUV, and then literally woke up the next day not knowing what had happened, but with pain and damage to both her vagina and her anus, where she then went to the hospital. She was missing her underwear and her shoes. Another instance, an individual, this time not a minor, attended a group dinner, allegedly with Sean Combs in Miami. She wasn't drinking because she was pregnant, but whatever she drank at the table, apparently, at least according to her, was laced with something. She blacked out, and she woke up in the same bed, again, allegedly, with Mr. Combs in his mansion in Miami. Her vagina and her anus were torn and sore. And I could go on. I mean, literally, you're sensing a theme here. It's the same theme, and it all involves some sort of drug. One instance, an individual who was 20 years old at the time was asked to attend, just saw her on the street, asked to attend a party in a hotel. She was flattered, went to the party, was given one drink and doesn't remember anything else. Ultimately, was so messed up, went to the hospital where they found cocaine and this horse tranquilizer in her blood system. I want to give you a quote from a very young man who told us over the phone about his experience and all the things that happened to him, he says, allegedly at the hands of Sean Diddy Combs and his friends in the effort to try to sign a record deal. This was kind of what he was told he would have to do. His quote is, "Had he not been in power, I feel like I could have been something great. I quit the industry because of what Sean Combs did to me." And that's really what it comes down to. We are pursuing this, asking you to support this effort, to encourage witnesses and victims to come forward and bring your evidence so we can continue to break down this wall of silence and we can continue to have these stories heard. This is the beginning of what I hope to be a national dialogue. This type of sexual assault, sexual abuse, and sexual exploitation should never happen in the United States or anywhere else. This should have never been allowed to go on for so long. This conduct has created a mass of individuals who are injured, scared, and scarred. If you are one of those individuals, we ask you to reach out. If not to us, to someone you trust. If you are someone who witnessed any of these events, we ask you to reach out. Your name can remain confidential. With that, I'll take a few questions, not many, maybe two, but if you have a question, I'll be pleased to try to answer it. Perfect.
How many minors are making accusations in total, and are the feds aware of the allegations of minors in the case?
I don't know what the feds are aware of, okay, but I do know it's 25 out of this 120.
Antonio,
But I will say this to that point. We welcome the FBI or any authority who wants to come to us, and we're going to make that available to these victims because I think that's important. My suspicion is, based on talking with these folks, is that the FBI is just not aware of these people. The FBI has talked to some of these folks, and I'm going to try to encourage the victims.
But how do the FBI doesn't know of these folks? Wouldn't they would admit to them as well, to the FBI? Wouldn't you would admit to the FBI to put them on notice of what's going on, or whatever the case may be? Sometimes a lot of this stuff just be a money grab too. You understand what I'm saying? So, you can't be trusting these lawyers either.
To in fact talk to the FBI because I think they have some very important things to say.
They never.
and were all of the children auditioning because they were musicians, or were any of them kids of employees or anything like that?
All seeking either TV or some sort of music career with promises of, we're going to make you a star. Instead, basically did things to them such that they don't want to have anything to do with the entertainment industry ever again. All right, guys. Thank you very much for your attention. We're going to go now. Thank you.
Tony, do you
Yeah.
anticipate any Houston cases?
Any filed here?
Locally, yeah.
There's a few plaintiffs here, but I don't anticipate filing them here. Probably in New York City.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Everybody, please make sure y'all call that number that's on the screen, man. 515-605-9717. I would like to know y'all thoughts, man. But yeah, it's pretty much over for Diddy. And he tried to file, or he had two of some new big time high profile lawyers basically try to get his bail reversed. Let me put Art of Dialogue. And you know how strategic that was, because it came out literally. This conference came out when this dude was literally trying to get his bail reversed. This is not going to make it no better for him. So that guy is literally not going to get out until his trial. And he's literally, it's only 2 hours. I'm not playing the whole 2 hours. I'm not playing the whole 2 hours at all. But I would like to know y'all thoughts. What's y'all thoughts? Somebody do a test call, man. Y'all scared to call on the fucking phone? What's popping with y'all niggas? Brooklyn to Cali. I know you will call. Brooklyn to Cali. Call that number, my G. Let me know your thoughts, man. All right? Somebody got to break the ice out this motherfucker. All right? I'm trying to get them lines back open. Somebody break that ice, man. All right? But the dude literally came out, and this is Chris Todd. Look. Hold on. Add to the scene. All right, I'm waiting for somebody to break that ice on that phone, son. But he's talking about this tell-all book. Let's fair use. I'm only going to play a little bit. I'm not playing this whole thing because it's 2 hours long. Salute the Art of Dialogue.
My final one before it was printed, so I'd like you guys to have that.
Let's get right into it. Why did you choose the pseudonym Jamal T. Millwood for the alleged memoir instead of using your real name, Chris Todd? Was it to lend credibility to the book and having an African-American name, predominantly African-American name, associated with the book?
There's a couple different reasons. I've addressed this on some of my other interviews, but I'll address it to you today in my own unique way. I was asked to use that name, and I had to kind of hem and haw whether I was going to use my name, Chris Todd, as the author, or Jamal T. Millwood. I put the T there for Tupac. Everyone knows Jamal Millwood is kind of that conspiracy name or a name.
Why would you put T for Tupac? These white niggas be always trying to eat off the backs of our fucking tragedy. They get a kick out of sucking the blood and energy off our tragedy. You put the T for Tupac, genius.
Name that Tupac had used, kind of in that Machiavelli kind of world of, is he back from the dead? So I didn't know too much about the name, but with the sources and some other people, there's more than one person involved with me right now that I have to explain, and we'll get into that. But, and also at the time when the book was going to be published, Sean Combs was still out of jail. There was no arrest. People have been confusing about thinking I knew something. I didn't. I took a leap of faith, as I said, spiritually, and I just did it, okay? I could have removed his name. I could have put my name there. I have carte blanche permission right now to do whatever I want with this book. That's why I X'd out some stuff in there, and I had to do a couple other disclaimers.
So you don't think that it's a problem? Because Jamal T. Millwood is not really affiliated or associated with Tupac in any kind of way as Tupac the artist. Let's be clear about that.
Sure, sure.
And so when you use that name, what it appears to show is that there's an African American person behind this book that is affiliated or associated with Kim Porter, or at one time was affiliated or associated with her. You don't think that that's misleading?
There are African Americans behind this book. So in a way,
specifically the name Jamal T. Millwood.
well, not a person named Jamal Millwood.
Okay.
I'm saying Jamal Millwood, as I was taught about it, and I looked into it too. It's not everywhere. If you Google it, you'll see a couple things. I put the T there in case there was a real person named Jamal Millwood. We wouldn't have a hard match to the name. So to me, I felt as if it was kind of a team effort. And look, let's be honest, you know, as to my skin color and stuff, to me, I don't see myself as that, like in a traditional way. This is a team effort. It's collaborative.
No. You know what it is? It's team, it's collaborative. Let's act like we're black. Let's act like, because it would be more authentic to act like we are black. Put a black name in it. Like, come on, give me a name, Brian. Jamal, yeah. Come on, feed me. Give me some black names. Come on, Shawaka Tika. No, Milford. Yeah, that's not like the slave master's last name, Milford. And we need an initial. We need a name for the middle name. Come on, feed me. Tupac, great. Jamal Tupac Milford. Like, get the fuck up out of here, man. I didn't believe this book since it came out. But let's continue, goddammit. Look, it's all out to me. Look, I'm an energy and body language guy. He ain't right. But let's continue.
I was asked to honor Tupac because this was sort of a way of him back from the grave. Same with Kim.
Lord have mercy.
To tell Sean, you tried to shoot me, you shot me at the Quad Studios, and I'm back. And so I did it. Like I said, if we flipped a coin, right? Could the book have been said by Chris Todd? Maybe. I go by what God asked me to do. I prayed on it. That's what I did.
Okay. But like I said, when you look at it optically, for the African American viewers that watch the Art of Dialogue, we kind of look at that as clout chasing.
Yeah.
I understand.
And misusing the name Jamal from that perspective. When I looked at the cover, I was like, the first thing I did was looked up Jamal T. Millwood because I wanted to see what other works he had put out.
Sure.
And when I didn't find that, I was like, well, something else. And then I came across a few other articles in which then you popped in. And I was like, wow, well, why would he use Jamal T. Millwood? And then it came under the pseudonym. I was like, oh. So more importantly, like I said, do you find that to be a red flag in how people doubt what's actually in this
I
book?
don't know, because the way I look at it is on my, if you know about my other cases and how I do this, I am cryptic sometimes. I am going to play on words. Sometimes when you're trying to change a paradigm about something.
I'm sorry. My blood is boiling. I'm sorry. Why would you play on words if this is somebody's memoir, you fucking piece of crap? This is not a fucking a movie where or First 48 when they put they have to be theatrical to be more entertaining or change the names and shit like that, reenactments and all this crazy shit. You fucking colonizer. If this is a memoir, why do you try to add, just put what's quote unquote is said and leave it like that? fucking vultures, man, like bloodsuckers that they be waiting in the trees to wait for somebody to kill you and die, and they just come and swoop down and just take the carcass and eat for themselves. Leeches, man.
You can't just tell them straight out.
God.
So what I'm getting at is, to me, if you guys say the Black community, African American community, I was asked to do that.
By who?
It was sort of a condition.
From who?
This was a cat and mouse game for about 8 months.
How?
I had him, I lost him, I had him, I lost him, and there's multiple people. I don't mean one person. And like I said, whatever, I could change my name tomorrow. It's fluid. If I wanted to go back into the account, I could put it to Chris Todd. For right now, I'm going to let it ride.
And I totally understand that, but you can understand.
I swear to God, yo, I'm trying my best. I just want to say this. Hold on, man. No. This is for all my Black folks. This is why I say. This is why it's been a saying for centuries. Blood sucking leeches. If they can capitalize off of your pain and they have the money and the resources to do so, it will be done. And they will sit there in your face and lie and give you all these little weird ass terms, legal terms or whatever their logic, how it comes out. They would just do it because it's like, I'm white and I say so. Maybe he has credibility. But these are vultures, son. Vultures. I end on this. Leave our culture alone. I'm not a racist. It's just y'all do too much. Shoo, fly, shoo. You a gnat at a barbecue. Annoying. All right, man. Let me shut the fuck up.
When you put,
I do understand.
You do understand, and so from that, in dealing with something that is alleged to deal with Kim Porter.
Sure.
It's
sensitive.
It's absolutely.
But I'd ask you, like, what if a Black guy wrote a book and he said his name was John? Should white people come out and go, wait, whoa, that guy's name is John? Doesn't sound like a Black guy's name.
Well, we have John Sally.
I understand.
We have John.
But do you understand?
Yeah, we have John Amos, but I'm saying.
Well, Todd. Todd's a white name, but I know Black guys are named Todd too.
Jamal,
Todd
but
Bridges.
Jamal, Mashburn, Jamal.
Sure.
We can go. I don't know no white man named Jamal. I've never met.
Look, son, like uppercut. He know what he's doing. Look at the smirks. He's trying to catch himself from laughing. These guys are leeches, bro.
That's a fair point.
Never. I never met a Latino brother. I've never. It's simply this. It's just not that. And so that's the problem that I think most people had in relation to that.
And maybe I should have thought of it a little more. And I respect that totally. If you really look at my thing, sometimes I just do it. Like, it's really hard to explain. I don't always think it all the way through. So.
LaWanda Lane, a close friend of Kim Porter, has publicly called the alleged memoir full of lies.
That's right.
How do you respond to these allegations?
I don't believe LaWanda has the flash drive, does she?
I wouldn't think so. According to you, you have the flash drive.
How did you get it?
On that note, nobody has seen the flash drive.
Well, that's not true.
I mean, publicly, where they can verify.
Publicly, there's multiple people who've seen the flash drive.
Flash drive?
Who?
Do you plan on at any time introducing the flash drive to any network or anybody that wants to see it to view the metadata involved in that flash drive as to time, dates, and stamps?
Yeah.
And when would you be doing that?
Great question, brother. Great.
Well, there's tapes on the flash drive.
It doesn't matter.
No, I'm specifically talking about.
I'm saying all of it.
Yeah.
Just think of it like a totality.
Well, not even the totality.
I haven't shown anything from it yet.
Okay, so not even the totality of it, but simply the metadata.
Yeah,
as to time when alleged that this was purportedly written by Kim, dates, times, because I understand the book really doesn't have a structural date time. It's
She
basically
left a lot of the dates out, so it's hard to know what award ceremony they're at. I had to research a lot of stuff too.
Okay.
Some of the things I couldn't peg down the date at all.
Okay.
Because she's not putting in the exact 1996, like she's not saying that.
Okay.
And it jumps. A lot of it jumps around.
Okay.
I do believe Kim was writing it over a multi-year period.
Okay.
So she's putting some stuff here, then she's combining these things later. Or remember, all writers do this too. You think back to the event and you play it out in your head. So as I've said, yeah, when the time's right, I will start showing. Right now, there's some other people.
It's never going to show that shit. Don't ever think we're going to ever in life see that fucking flash drive. He's playing on words.
That actually have access to the flash drive, and they're threatening to leak the sex tapes, okay? That's right now I'm trying to deal with them. Like, so I'm not gonna try to beat them to the punch and say, well, I'm gonna release this famous person on tape. Not yet. Like I'm whistleblowing, okay? And we'll get into that, what that means, but it doesn't mean a whistleblower can't make money either. So I don't wanna hear anybody come at me from like Hollywood. Hollywood makes billions of dollars trolling the murder and the deaths, the unaliving of people. So I don't want to hear anybody say anything to me from there.
LaWanda Lane claims that she spoke to Kim just 12 hours before her death and was by her side. Why would she dispute the contents of the alleged memoir?
I cannot fully answer what if, I don't know if she's hiding something. What if she does know? And for safety reasons, remember, Kim passed away years ago. So we're looking back like 6 years ago. It's easy to start saying, hindsight's 2020. Oh, why didn't she do this and that? Well, let's talk about in the moment. How do we?
If that's your best friend, you know, because your best friends tell you damn it 99% of everything. They may not show you where stuff is, but they will let you know if they close like that. She knows.
What if Kim Porter didn't give it to her? I don't want to comment too much about like the people's names. I don't want you to ask me like too many people's names for their protection.
So yes, so it's like, I'm sorry, no, I can't. I'm rewatching this in real time right now. So how did you get it, my G? I don't know this guy backstory. I swear to God, tonight I'm gonna do the history. I'm gonna have to dig in the bag and find out who this guy is. If y'all can do the same thing, who's Chris Hart? What's his background? Who is he connected to? Because it's like, how did you get her memoir, her flash drives anyway? Who gave it to you? Were you there after she passed away? There was quite a few people there at her house when she died. I'm pretty sure somebody probably got a whiff that maybe she was writing something. And we already have it where it's suspicious where she was dead by 11 o'clock, but somebody's daughter left around like 8 something. So 3 hours, 4 hours, something. I can't really get the numbers down packed accurately. She died hours later. Next thing you know, everything was missing. There was blood on the bed. Her laptop, her cell phone is still missing. How did you end up with this, sir? Were you a part of the cleanup crew? I don't know. I know I'm not tripping. Let's continue, man.
About like, oh, this person knew that LaWanda sounds like a nice person. I know she's super involved. If she wants to have a conversation with me, she can call me.
Well, I wouldn't. The reason why I said her name is because she spoke publicly.
I understand.
And so I think that
Ebony Electra.
It would be fair. It would be fair to say that someone who was close to Kim Porter would have probably had a conversation as close as she was to Kim Porter, or is alleged to be close to Kim Porter, would have had a conversation to know whether she was working on a tell-all book, any kind of, because what I understand, Kim Porter was working on children's books. And so in any of your talking to the people who allegedly gave you a flash drive, there was no mention about children's books, her children's books that she was planning on writing? No?
Nope.
Okay. What was your source for the claim about Diddy's alleged abuse towards Kim Porter, despite people close to her, including LaWanda Lane, denying it?
What is my feeling of how I prove that Diddy was abusive to Kim herself? Well, multiple sources I talked to about that he was abusive. We have the whole story about St. Tropez on the yacht, the broken nose. So I researched the heck out of that.
Gene Deals one.
Her getting hit with the chair that I released, that Radar put out first. That was the first thing I ever leaked. Kim said she was hit by a chair, not me.
No. When did this allegedly happen?
That has to be after, well, the years, we don't know the exact time because I can't even pull the hospital records. So I don't know the exact moment of that. The picture I have that I released with the lip and the blood on the nose, that has to be post 2009 in LA. That's at her Toluca Lake house. As for the chair, I don't know the exact year of when that happened.
So Radar Online actually released that article.
Because of me.
Because of you.
Yeah.
And when did they?
Didn't have anything.
When did they do that?
That was a month ago.
A month ago, before the book came out, and so you leaked that to Radar Online.
Yes.
Okay.
We leaked the pages that talk about her getting hit by the chair and waking up in the hospital and seeing the man who put her there. That was what was given to Radar and some other pages. They never got the full thing. They made that up. So I'm going to straighten that out right now with them.
Who made that up?
Radar. They never had the whole thing. They printed that they did.
So Radar Online basically.
They have 5 pages.
Okay, Radar Online seen what? They saw what to get this?
I didn't even give them the picture either. I showed it to them through a Zoom call. I didn't give it to them. The Daily Mail was given the first Kim Porter abuse photo was given to the Daily Mail on a one-time use. That's the photo you see with the blood, the lip, she's crying, she's looking in the mirror, her friend's taking a photo of her. No one ever saw that. That photo doesn't exist because it's on the flash drive. So that's what people, they're not really, and I already tried to release some other photos of famous rappers with Diddy and they won't print them. That's on the media. So I've already released them. There's 8 of them with Andre Harrell, with Snoop, with Neo, in strange little, not people, they tell a story about what's going on. They won't release them. Those are from her flash drive. She's the owner of the pictures. So I don't want anybody to say like, oh, do you have the rights package from who? Diddy?
Well, let's delve into that. The pictures you're saying allegedly from the flash drive. When someone takes a picture of you, the person that takes the picture is the owner.
Correct.
Right? So she wouldn't be the owner.
Well, how do I know Kim didn't take the photos? She's right there with Sean all the time.
Because she's in the photo.
No, she's not in the photo. It's Sean.
So
with Neo. It's not Kim in the picture.
Okay.
It's like Diddy, Neo. Diddy, record executive.
Right.
Diddy, Andre Harrell. Diddy with one of his sons. I removed it because they're like working out in a gym and they have no shirts on. I pulled it out. I know which kid it is. I don't want to say it. I'm just trying to think of the other photo. So it's not Kim in them. It's like as if she's taking the photos. It's Sean with these people.
But you factually do not know who's taking the photo, correct?
Well, I've been told they're hers.
No, I mean, you don't know personally.
I wasn't there yet.
No, yeah, I mean, you don't know personally who's taking the photo.
Correct.
But you were told.
Yes.
The person that told you.
These are Kim's photos. This is her flash drive. These are hers.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, was the person that allegedly gave you the flash drive, were they there when the photos were taken?
I'm not going to comment.
Okay. The alleged memoir suggests that P. Diddy Combs directed Faith Evans to sleep with Tupac after November 30th, 1995, following Tupac's release from prison and the shooting incident. Can you clarify or provide more details on how this claim was verified, especially considering the complexities of their relationship and the timeline of events surrounding Tupac's release from jail?
Okay, we're talking about Tupac or Biggie?
We're talking about Tupac.
Faith with Tupac.
According to your book.
Yeah.
According to your book, it's alleged that Sean P. Diddy Combs.
Kim's book.
Yeah, Kim's book. The alleged memoir.
Mm-hmm.
According to it, in there it says in a conversation that happened between Kim, P. Diddy, and Faith, that P. Diddy said to Faith, and Kim overheard it, that's the reason why I sent you to be with Tupac Shakur.
I'd have to see that. I don't really.
If he's quoting exactly what you wrote in that book, and he's saying you have to see that, but you publish it? Let's bring that back. I know I'm really being attentive, right? I'm so up on this shit because he's a vulture. You see it all in his face. Vulture, bloodsucker. Bring it back a little bit more. God damn it.
P. Diddy said to Faith, and Kim overheard it, that's the reason why I sent you to be with Tupac Shakur.
I'd have to see that. I can't think of that exact page right now.
Bro.
I know more about the Biggie situation.
But you
remember there's 59 pages. I don't see it in front of me. I memorize every line. So
how are you?
I know the story about Faith with Tupac, and that kind of goes to the hit 'em up, right? Like, so I can't say if Kim's using Liberty as a storyteller where she's talking about that, like she's trying to blame them for something.
No,
I don't know.
Let me clarify for you.
Yes.
There's a conversation that's taking place in your book, and Faith comes over to the office, and Kim and Sean are in the office, and they begin to talk, and there's soft tone, there's mentions of a lot of stuff. And this is where it goes into calling Biggie the FF word.
Yep.
Okay, it goes into that, and it's calling him the FF word. I won't repeat
talking trash about Biggie.
Right, you're talking trash about Biggie. And
anything.
It says that P. Diddy is saying to Faith, that's why I sent you to F with Tupac.
I don't know if that's true. I can't comment.
Yo, blood clot. Pussy boy. Yo.
I don't know what Kim's saying there. I don't know if she's trying to make Faith look bad. I don't know.
No, this is what Kim is allegedly overhearing Sean say to Faith.
But remember, as a writer, okay, when you write a book, you don't know. I don't know if it's exactly either she's interjecting a sense of fiction into her book. It's not a diary. That's what people are not understanding. She's telling a story. It's using things that she's saying, I was in high school and then I married, and she's putting that like in first person, right?
Right.
But then she's turning it, it's like a morph. I tried to explain this to another guy in an interview. He wasn't understanding what I was saying.
Shut up, because didn't Tupac wanted her on a song. I wonder why they call you bitch. Tupac's whole thing when one of his girls, matter of fact, she did the art of dialogue. The girl that he was married to, if I'm not mistaken, or the girl that he was going. Don't get me mixed up. The girl that was going to see him in jail. She said she told him when he come home, he's going to get revenge, basically, and he's going to fuck Biggie Small's wife and all that. So this man already had a plan as he was coming out. He already planned to fuck Faith. He sent. Want her to get on a song, pay her some bread, this, that, and the third. Now, what about the gay dude, the one that sung "I Ain't Mad at You"? I forgot his name off the top of my head. He fucking says that when Tupac came home, she had a whole bunch of. She spent thousands of dollars, got Gucci belts and buckets and suitcases and all this extra shit, and they got pictures at this function, and then she was at the hotel. I don't like this guy.
Writers have the ability, whether you call it roman à clef, which means you mix in some soft fiction into a real story, that's her right.
Anyone with $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans may qualify for help from National Debt Relief. Minimum pay.
So that exact thing, putting me on the spot on that, it's fine, but I can't fully comment on it.
And like I said, it's not actually putting you on the spot. I'm, like I said, once again, this is a book.
I can't speak for Kim.
Yeah,
I don't know what,
absolutely. So like I said, but
I mean, I can, but
no,
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do too much interjecting because this guy, this interviewer, he is so sharp. And I appreciate him because he's not gonna let his arrogance and let anything that come out his mouth just slide. I'm glad he's on his heels. And I'm gonna shut the fuck up because this guy doing a great job.
And reading, and like I said, from what I'm trying to get at basically is the fact that this is in the book, and it is alleged that P. Diddy allegedly sent Faith at Tupac in order to be with him. And so this is what Kim is allegedly overhearing at this particular meeting.
Is it possible that that's true? Maybe. It's
so
possible.
You don't know if that's true.
I don't, from my understanding of the story of Tupac with Faith, was that what I was told by other people too, they got together sort of as a revenge thing, that Tupac said he wanted to get with her to kind of get at Biggie. So is it a little bit coming from his camp? And did Sean Combs say, egg her on to do it? Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, so basically you don't know. So that part.
I'm saying I don't fully know if there's some liberty with what she's saying and she's trying to blend Tupac's version and Sean's version together.
Tupac's version of what?
I want to move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because you're asking me like these very specific things. I can't.
Now, since he's being cornered to really specify something that he can't remember that he put in the book, now he wants to move on because he feels uncomfortable. But you want to be a vulture. So you want him to move on because he is trying to see how credible you are, and he's not letting you get away with your answers. You are a cat trapped in the corner. I could just tell that he's probably going to be a little sassy throughout this whole interview.
I don't know what she's trying to do there.
The reason why I asked that is because I was actually there when they met.
Okay.
I was
Tupac met
Faith.
Okay, cool.
Right. And so what I'm trying to clarify is,
then you might know more than
well, not that I know more than you. I'm just trying to get to the truth and the facts and the heart of the matter.
Sure.
In relation to the book.
Sure.
And what's being said in the book. And so that you can't clarify that to me.
Correct.
I totally understand that, and you wish to move on.
Sure.
Okay. LaWanda Lane also stated that Kim Porter couldn't even work a computer. How does this align with the portrayal of Kim Porter's involvement in creating digital records of Diddy's alleged activities?
I don't know why anybody would say they don't know how to use a computer. So she's trying to say Kim's computer illiterate. I don't believe that.
I don't think that she's trying to say as a friend, as a close friend, somebody.
No, she's saying that to try to undermine what we're doing. It's kind of insulting. But if I said you didn't know how to use a computer, how would that look in the modern age?
If you knew me,
yeah.
And I know a lot of people who can't use cell phones.
We're saying Kim didn't know how to use a cell phone, send a text, and
yeah, no.
She didn't know how to type.
I'm not. Like I said, I don't want to.
The book talks about an iCloud, so she obviously knows how to use a cloud.
Right. The book. Right. And so, like I said, I don't want to.
I understand.
I'm just saying from what's alleged in the book, and her understanding who Kim was and being a close friend, her observation of who her friend was. Mm-hmm. She's basically saying that Kim really didn't know how to use a computer like that.
I call false.
And you call false. Mm-hmm. Okay. Al B. Shore, Kim Porter's ex-husband, has threatened legal action, calling the book fake. How do you address his challenge to the authenticity of the alleged memoir?
Al doesn't have the flash drive, so how would he know? How does he know what Kim wrote? And Al wasn't fully in Kim's life. So I'm not going to bring up some personal stuff about Al B. Shore and his son and Diddy adopting him. I'm not going to do that. But if he wants to have a conversation, have a conversation. He wants to sue Jeff Bezos, good luck.
But he recently filed a cease and desist order.
Correct.
You are aware.
So sue Amazon, but not him. So is he trying to say you sue Amazon? There's no legal action that's going to come to you. That's why he put it in Jamal Tupac Milburn's name in the first place. I don't know, but he's weird.
Yeah, they leaked it to the media before they gave it to me. So let's.
But he recently filed a cease and desist order.
Correct.
You are aware of that.
Yeah, they leaked it to the media before they gave it to me. So why don't we talk about that first?
Okay, so basically you're saying that Albie Shore leaked.
Given to the New York Post before I received it. What's up?
Have you received it yet?
Yes, I did receive it.
You did receive it?
And
the
But
reason
why would you send it to the media before you show it to me? Because you want media, because you want press.
No.
So I know what he's doing. Wants to lock horns.
he's trying
Be
to
careful.
stop it.
Look me up. Look at my other lawsuit. 40 million in Miami. Go look at what I'm doing over there.
the reason why I believe that, from what I understand and what I've read, is the fact that he's depicted in the book,
very briefly,
allegedly by
It's his
Kim,
name.
and in the book it states that he's involved in certain nefarious activities, I would call them.
That she's eyewitnessing.
That she's allegedly eyewitness, because we haven't seen anything
Correct.
involving that, and that's why I was asking you about the metadata earlier. So I think that's the reason why he responded like he did.
I'm going to make a comment about that too, but you ask your question first.
Yeah, like he did. No, go ahead. Feel free.
He's X'd out in the book. It doesn't even say it. So he's gonna try to file a lawsuit against one of the biggest companies in the world, and their lawyers are gonna open the book and go, I don't know what's going on. Let me read. They're gonna see a bunch of X's. It doesn't even say it. Now, if defamation by implication, when you imply something, yeah, they might have a peg leg to stand on with that. But still, again, he's in like half a page, okay? I didn't say it. She said it, okay? Now, I almost didn't want to put it in there, I will admit. And I'm considering removing that chapter. I am.
But it's too late.
The question that most people, what you just said, the question that most people would have if this was done in the interest and in the respect of Kim and she wanted this out, allegedly, then why would you remove it?
Because I have carte blanche permission to do whatever I need to do in any lawsuit and anything. I am her voice right now. I'm in charge of the book.
So you can speak for Kim, is what you're saying?
I'm in charge of the book.
Okay.
Yeah. If I want to remove the book because they come to an agreement, if Amazon says pull the chapter and you keep going, then I will seriously consider pulling his 2 pages out of the book. And that's why I X'd it out too. I did him a solid. I X'd out what it said. I didn't even put it out there. But I get it. I know. Look, when I first read the pages too, I was shocked. I was. I don't know the whole deal of like, is she trying to be shocking? I don't know. She's not the first author to do it, you know?
Kim Porter's children, as well as Diddy himself through his lawyer, have dismissed the book as an attempt to capitalize on her death. How do you respond to these criticisms?
Are they going to make comments about the victims of Sean Combs, or are they just going to focus on trying to call the memoir fake? Let's see their statement about all the victims. There's going to be 50 new ones coming out. I'd like to see them make statements about that before we start responding to what Kim did.
Respectfully, these are Kim Porter's children.
Exactly.
That's their mother.
This is what I'm saying. These vultures don't care. He's a vulture. I'm so appreciative of this guy who was interviewing him. Whoever his name is, have to give this man some credit, some love, and some admiration that he is being very attentive to every word. He's being fair, and he's using his best judgment to bring clarity of this so-called alleged memoir. And this guy don't even care about his children feeling some kind of way about it. You go straight to the allegations. That's what you call deflecting. But let me bring it back again. Piece of shit.
Responding to what Kim did.
Respectfully, these are Kim Porter's children. That's their mother. Their mother is no longer here. From what they understand and from what they know, their mother wasn't working on any book.
Would she tell them that?
From what they know.
This guy.
I'm not going to interject anything I'm thinking of saying. From what they know and what they understand from their mother, is that their mother wasn't working on any book.
A lot of people said she was.
And so her children, as well as Sean P. Diddy Combs, through his lawyer, are basically saying that it's an attempt to capitalize on her death. And my question is, once again, how do you respond to these criticisms in an articulate way? And like I said, we do understand the accusations that are alleged against Sean Combs, the NDAs that he's had signed by other people, housekeeper, chef, and so on and so forth. But in particular, Kim Porter's children saying that they disagree with this, that their mother, who birthed them out of her womb, who they spent their life with, would know, and saying that, hey, you know what? This is a cash grab.
Well, also, I don't know if they're saying that for the public eye. I do a lot of murder cases where they know there's been an unaliving and they won't say it publicly. So yes, through their PR machines, right, they may have to say that. And that's okay. I have no issue with them saying that. But I've done a lot of cases. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff of parents, sisters, brothers, kids. I've seen things that'll make your head spin backwards. Okay. So we have to kind of just ride it out, see what happens. Okay. Other people are starting to come forward already. They're already starting to corroborate. And some people are denying. We know that. It's not my first rodeo. It's not my first book. I already know what's coming. I already knew the family would say that. Okay. So I respect them. If they want to talk to me, then have a conversation with me. It's not a money grab. These people have 20 times more money than I do. No one can say like money grab. Hollywood already owes me like $20 million. So when anybody says anything about money to me, just be careful. Like,
but why are you? I don't. My question is, who the fuck are you in the first place to even be in our business that has nothing to do with your slithering snake, thick jam, moose gel in your mother effing hair? Who the fuck are you? Who are you? I don't. I'm. Everybody, let's do something tonight, which I'm going to do. I'm going to. I gotta find who this guy is. I'm putting up Chris Todd's Twitter. It's so many damn Chris Todds. Chris Porter book history. I need to know the history of this guy. Mark Hill exposed Chris Todd for exploiting memory. I might go to that. I don't even like Mark Lamont. Who is Mark? Yeah, I don't like Mark Lamont. I might click on that. I have to. Listen, man. Who is this guy, man? And he think he's so smarter than everybody. He thinks he's smarter than the interviewer. Just hold his demeanor. You know, I could go ahead and sit down with these Negroes, these monkeys, and I'm going to outsmart them with my answers. He probably didn't even come prepared, but the homie is well prepared. I'm going to open the floor back up. And I don't know why y'all didn't call. I don't know, y'all on something tonight or something. Oh, shit, I hit the wrong button. I need somebody to break the ice and call that number in, man. Just even if it's one. Hold on 1 second, man. Because y'all gonna hear it over the thing anyway, so I might as well just get this out the way right now. I'm about to finish playing this damn thing with Chris Hart. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Come on. All right, everybody, let me know if you. Yo, what's good? What's good? Shout out to my boy Brooklyn and Cali. Everybody, press one if you can hear him, please. All right, thank you, brother, for breaking the ice. You can hear me, brother? Yeah, I can hear you. Everybody, press one if you can hear him. What's good? What's your thoughts on this? My G. Yo, yo, Mike, Mike, Mike. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Oh, this is why I hate this computer. They can't hear you. I'm gonna just call back in. I'm gonna open it on my other on my Firefox. All right, if you want to call back in. Somebody said no sound. Look, just call back in. Fuck, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But anyway, let me open this shit. Let me play this back. Shout out to Art of Dialogue, man. Salute to you, King. Let me fix this shit, man.
I respect the question.
Ooh, shit.
The alleged memoir claims that Diddy threw a chair at Kim, but LaWanda Lane said that Kim would have killed him if that happened. What's your response to those who call these claims absurd? Prior to the release of the alleged memoir, had you heard anyone else make the same or similar claims on social media regarding the chair incident?
Well, if Kim had abuse issues before, did she kill Sean Combs after that? Did she kill him after he punched her in the face on the yacht?
I'm confused.
My answer is no. She didn't kill Sean Combs after there were other abuse incidences. So when she's saying, "Oh, if Sean hit her with a chair, she would have killed him," well, she didn't do it before. So why is she going to kill him after the chair? There are a lot of abuse instances, most likely, that we don't know what happened between them. So to say, what is she, a Navy SEAL? Like she's supposed to off him? I don't believe that. No.
Well, factually, Roger Bond, you know who that is?
Is that the security guard or bodyguard?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, basically,
the yacht one?
He was Diddy's security.
Okay.
For a number of years.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to think of the name.
Yeah. Basically, he said that that Kim would fight back. Kim did fight back.
She did.
And also the cut on Diddy's wrist, she fought back, as well as Gene Deal, because Gene at that particular time was the bodyguard during that incident. And so it sounds plausible to me that, once again, LaWanda Lane basically saying that Kim would have killed him shows that she was not a push around from what we know and what we've gathered. So it sounds consistent with somebody who was close to her, who know that she was a fighter, and she would have fought back, and she did fight back, from what we understand from two different people, and Mr. Bond and Miss Lane. So like I said, did you hear this from any other place other than the alleged hard drive that you had before the book was released?
The chair incident?
Yes.
No.
And you only heard this from the alleged hard drive.
Now remember, in the book also, Kim talks about kicking him down the stairs. So that's the part, if you look in the book,
You could call
she
back.
kicks him in the knee and he goes down the stairs and she says an ambulance comes. Now there was talk that he had some surgery on his ankle. I don't know if that exactly coincides, but that's also in the book. So there's the fighting back that you're talking about.
And not only that, but the incident where his wrist.
Yeah, I don't know if that's in the book.
No, but this
Gene.
This is Gene Deal.
It was like
Gene Deal was there.
I was unaware of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Gene Deal.
So you see how there's multiple instances of abuse that I don't necessarily probably know personally about. You might know maybe.
It ain't that hard to fucking find out that story. It ain't hard to find out. Gene is the only one that put that story out there. You say you did your research. How that story is new when this story is like a year some change old, when he talk, maybe longer than that. Years old. So how that didn't come up? He's a fraud. Look, I'm gonna come back as well. We're gonna watch this whole thing, and I'm pretty sure he might not have a problem, but it's a reaction to this video. So I want everybody to come back in the next like in the next 20 minutes. I'm gonna get off and literally jump my ass right back on. And then let me do something real quick. Let me take a screenshot of that for my thumbnail. Yeah, we're gonna watch this whole thing, man. We're gonna watch this whole thing. or at least the majority of it. We got to break this one down. He's a piece of crap. Sorry. And I told you, I remember when I read some of the chapters, when I read some of it, I'm like, yo, this is not true. And some feeling like it was true. Man, please. This guy's a fraud. See how anybody can be persuaded? Hold on, let me see if son called. All right, hold on. I got you right now. Everybody, please let me know if you can hear him. Please press 1 if you can hear Brooklyn and Callie's voice. Oh, excuse me. Yo, my G, what's good, family?
What up?
Ain't shit. Everybody, let me know if you can hear him. Go ahead, family.
Can they hear me?
Yes.
They say they can hear me or no?
Can y'all hear him? Please press 1 if y'all can hear him. Yep, they can hear you. I'm here 1.
All right. Well, like I was saying earlier, we already knew this was a piece of shit. The nigga he can't incorporate his own story.
Yeah.
We just in an era where niggas want to know so much, and they want to know everything. They don't want to leave nothing to the imagination that, you know, they'll put a nigga on a pedestal like this just because he said he got something. I think it's kind of filthy. Well, it's more than kind of filthy. The shit is nasty work. And like you said, nigga, a vulture.
Yeah.
Nigga reacts like a kid when he gets put in the corner because he can't answer. How you don't answer shit from your own book?
Exactly. How you don't know? I have to see
That
it in
shit
front
is
of
weird,
me.
man.
Go ahead.
But that's the era we live in, man. The most salacious shit is the shit niggas is rolling with because everybody want to know. Everybody want to be in the know. Everybody want to fit in. Everybody want to motherfucking be a part of the in crowd or whatever the in crowd supposed to be. So niggas want to know everybody's business. Shit that ain't even their business, niggas know. And we all fall victim to it. We all fall victim to it. I think it just fucked up that, you know, you got her kids saying that she wasn't writing no book and this and that, and niggas don't give a fuck. Niggas trying to get his paper and dip out. He don't give a fuck how credible this shit is. Exactly. He don't give a fuck how much truth is in it. He don't give a fuck because he's gonna hit his quick lick and he gonna dip.
And on top of that, he's ready to be sued. So he got his ducks all in a row. So he don't even care. And you see how he didn't want to put his name. He put Jamal Tupac Milburn.
But the nigga already told you what it was. He said, man, y'all gonna see Jeff Bezos. They're not suing me.
Exactly. So sue Amazon. I'm in the clear. Yo.
But you know what's crazy about that? We don't even know if he in cahoots with Amazon. Amazon got loan money, so whoever trying to fight them gonna have to pull off some loan money to fight them in the suit.
That's right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't got that Amazon money. That's the reason why a lot of niggas don't really sue motherfucking famous people. Because if you don't got the money, if you don't got incriminating evidence, overwhelming evidence, and the money to get that shit off, you will go broke trying to sue these niggas. These niggas is rich.
Yeah. Yep. And look, it don't take that much to go to chat GPT and write a fucking book within a week. You understand what I'm saying? So I think most of
this shit.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you good. Go ahead.
I said this shit is hot and on everybody's mind right now. Everybody's praying on everybody's downfall. Can't wait to see who's going to jail. That's what niggas is on now, man.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen so many niggas hate niggas that they don't even know with no evidence out and pray for it. Like, Puffy got a fucking video out, bro. Like, all right, we can say what we want to say about him. It's a video. That's the difference between him and these other motherfuckers that done shit. That was the difference. Where's the videos, man?
Yeah.
The videos are the most damning evidence you can have.
Yeah.
Niggas was still in niggas in Puff Corner saying he got set up. But that nigga drugged that broad, kicked that broad, and all that other kind That's on video for the whole world to see.
Right.
My whole thing be this: nobody's perfect, right? And we already know this. And for the niggas that be fucking defending this nigga, if that was your mom, your daughter, your sister, any female in your family or male, because we ain't, y'all niggas would not have that same outlook. I don't give a fuck. Nobody wants to see their family or people close to them hurt.
That's a fact.
I don't give a fuck what a nigga gotta say. I'm a firm believer in you always on the other side till it's your turn.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying?
That's right.
When it's your turn,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is like niggas getting shot in the hood. What that nigga said, my baby ain't never done nothing to nobody. Nigga was a stone cold killer though.
Word up. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Moms don't even know what kind of nigga she raised.
Yeah.
This nigga out here in the streets destroying shit. Everything moving.
Yeah.
So, that's just my outlook on it. Like, man, we gotta hold all these niggas accountable first and foremost. But it's easier to hold a nigga accountable when you got visible evidence of the shit. Not just niggas saying motherfuckers was doing shit to him. And I'm not taking nothing away from them. That was their experience. If it happened, it happened. But when you see that shit happen, nigga, come on, man.
Absolutely, man. My nigga, Brooklyn and Cali, I appreciate you, King. Thank you for calling in, family.
Yes, sir. You be back in like 20, you said?
Yeah, because it's about to be off in like 8 minutes, and I'm going to come literally right back on.
I'm going to have back on. I'll be in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to always support.
You already know, man.
Love everybody in the chat, man. Holla.
Brooklyn, the motherfucking Cali.
Yes, sir.
That's the homie right there. And everybody, I will be back on. I'm going to still play a little bit. I got 9 minutes, and I'm going to come back on. We're going to watch this shit. We're going to critique all this shit. And I need everybody to call that fucking number that's scrolling on the bottom. Excuse me for cursing. Y'all know I'm special like that. I need everybody to engage like how we used to have. We used to have a lot of people call all the time. I'm trying to bring that feel back. It's been a while since I had the phone lines popping. So I need everybody to engage. Get your stank ass on and speak your mind. All right, but we're going to listen to this crook for right now.
Maybe you're on the street more than I know, right?
Right.
So I only go by what I was given.
Okay. How do you verify the claims in the alleged memoir, such as the accusations that Diddy set up Faith to be with Biggie to monitor him?
That whole situation is super touchy. That's what I thought you were getting at before. I'm not going to have the full answers of this. Obviously, people used to say that Biggie was with Little Kim more than he was with Faith. And I don't want to, Faith's threatening to have a lawsuit too. I don't want to say too much about, I love her music. I was a big fan of hers.
We don't care.
I was a big fan of Sean Combs. I grew up with this music.
We don't care.
I was a big Biggie fan, big Tupac fan.
We don't care.
I don't care what color my skin is. And a lot of other white people don't care either. We love that music. We funded that industry, okay? As obviously African Americans did too, and Latinos and Asian people, absolutely, okay? It was a cultural phenomenon, okay? So I don't want to say too much about that. I don't know their personal life. I know what Kim's getting at there though, like their relationship was kind of pseudo, like in that, we saw the movies too, where they show Little Kim with Biggie. That's really like, they were more intense. And so, yeah, that's all I really say about that.
This dude knows nothing. He got everything off of a movie which Little Kim definitely hated. I swear to God, I watched a Notorious movie one time. I would never watch it again. I was so disappointed. Salute to Graf. He did a okay job with Big. I didn't like how he was doing his rhymes. It didn't mesh. It wasn't in sync. He was off by milliseconds of the flow. Everything about that movie turned me off. Even though that Miss Wallace had certain things to do with that movie, and it came from her perspective as a mom talking about her child, but it's more grittiness to that Biggie side. That was coming from Miss Wallace's point of view. Not even from Junior Mafia, just a little here and there. Long story short, what I'm saying is this guy is just going off of videos, YouTube, the internet, certain movies, and he's just putting all this stuff together. This guy is a real culture vulture.
The reason why I say that, and I go back to
Great.
the situation in
Graph is the other rapper. My bad, because when I say Graph, his actual face came to my mind. It's Gravy. Thank you, family.
dealing with Tupac and the Biggie and the Faith in that whole situation, and it was said also by Faith Evans that at that particular time when she came out to LA, when I witnessed her and Tupac meeting each other, that the reason that she had came to LA was based on the fact that Diddy wanted her to do a promotional tour.
Okay.
And she didn't agree to it because she wasn't getting paid to do the tour. So she came to LA to actually write for other artists because she could make money on the side. And so that's the reason why I asked that. But more importantly, it's well documented. And this goes into the research because you're a journalist, and this goes to the investigative journalist. This goes into the research of, okay, what was alleged by Kim versus what was well-known facts in regards to Biggie and Faith's relationship. And so that's the reason why I asked that question.
Sure.
What information did you have
in
regards to or research did you do in regards to Diddy basically setting Faith up? Diddy setting Faith up with Biggie in order to monitor him because that was the accusation that was made allegedly by Kim.
Yeah.
And I think that the reason why I say that, I think that Kim would probably know that based on the fact that they were in a relationship from that perspective. I think she would know all of these things. And so for her to state that in a book or any kind of writing, it just didn't come across. And that's the reason why I'm asking the question.
I want to say a comment about that too.
Okay.
When we talk about relationships between any people at all, there are things hidden from that person and there are things told for a reason that aren't always true.
Not that though. That wouldn't be something that's a big lie to tell or to change the narrative of.
So, and people are brilliant like this.
Lying.
Okay. So whether Faith might give you a different answer, Biggie might say a different answer, Sean, Kim, like the four of them might, well, I loved them. No, I told you to watch them. I heard what I think, you know what I mean? So it's like, we got to be careful about saying like, this is exactly, I always tell people that too. It's not so black and white.
You hear this guy?
Humans are not like that. There's always a motive. They're going to tell you this one person, then they're going to say this to another person, and then they might be thinking something else. So I get where you're getting at. Right. I don't have the answer.
The reason why I say that, because this is something that's supposed to be observed by Kim from
a discussion, you mean?
Yeah, this is something that's supposed to be observed by Kim in relation to relaying it to the alleged hard drive that you say you have. And so when I'm asking that, that's the reason why I'm saying that, to how do you verify the claims in the alleged memoir in regards to the accusations that Diddy set Faith up with Kim, because she was the cash cow at that time.
I would say it could be partially true. Look, like I said, I'm not a black and white guy.
Right.
I always see every side.
Right.
So I would say to you is what she wrote, maybe it's true. That partly she was to monitor Biggie. And then the other side would be they were in love. So which you pick?
Well, the gray area, and the reason why I said I don't have to pick me personally, because I understand what it is. Like I say, a lot of this information is well documented from that perspective in how Biggie and Faith met.
But remember, that's somebody saying that.
No, this is from Biggie's mouth and Faith's mouth themselves.
Exactly.
Right. But there's other people saying what they have said or what.
No. What I'm saying, I'm looking at.
Is it recorded?
Yes, it's
okay.
I'm looking at. I'm looking at Source's mouth. Sure. It's actually a Vibe magazine and a Source magazine. And so when we talk about
piece of shit,
that's what I'm saying. A lot of the information was readily available in how Faith and Biggie fell in love.
How they told each other's story to the media.
No, how they told each other's story about themselves in regards to how they.
See how he's trying to be funny? These vultures, son. Vultures. I'm about to come back again. I got like 1 more minute. And I like it like this, and I want to keep it like this so I don't have to be on here too long. Let me say this, and I'm coming literally right back. Do you see this guy? This is why we have to literally gatekeep our culture. And I'm glad you said what you said, Lady Ray. And you see how cocky he said, we funded that industry? He sounds like a lobbyist. He sounds like an investor. He sounds like one of these big fat cats that just see a potential in something and then they invest and they try to conquer and own and put their hands in it and have control and dictate what needs to be done, and with the cocky face. And if you sue, hey, I got people in high places. Like just a vulture. He's a vulture. He don't know anything about anything. Everybody knows how they met. They met at a goddamn photo shoot, and when Biggie saw her, he thought she was the most beautifulest thing. I mean, compared to Biggie's first baby moms, Faith Evans will be looking like a 30 piece right now. Not even a dime, a 30 piece, respectfully to Tiana's moms. You know what I mean? But she looked like she could have been brother and sister to Biz Markie. I don't know, but I say that with all due respect, and I love